Hello and welcome to this session on JMeter. This is the 18th session and today we are going to see how to run scheduled and sequential execution in JMeter. We are going to learn today how can we run a test case or a thread for a specific duration. We will see how can we sequence our thread groups and we can run them sequentially. We will also see how we can add websites or any application sequentially to a performance test. And all this is required to create a very realistic and practical performance test on JMeter. Okay, so let us begin and let us see the very first thing that we are going to learn is how to run a test case for a specific duration. Okay, let me go to my JMeter and I will create a thread group here, and let me just add a sampler and a very simple sampler HTTP request, and I will add any website here. So let me go to any website. Okay, so I'm going to add this site here. I do not need the protocol. That's it. Okay, let me also add a listener to view the results. I will add view results in table, and I will add one more listener, view results in tree. Okay, let me just run it to verify. I'll just save it as well. Okay, so yes, my request is successful. I'm getting response code 200. So this is running fine. Okay, so now how to run this for a specific duration? So let me go to my thread group. Okay, earlier we have been increasing the number of users, or we were putting some particular count of iterations into our thread group. Let me just make the number of users as 5, and in the loop count I am saying forever. I will not put any iteration here, but here I will click on scheduler checkbox. Okay, and here I will give some duration. Let us say I will give 10 seconds. Okay, and now let me go to my request and run it again, and we can see our request has started and it is running. My thread group 1 is running with 5 users and it is still running, and now it has stopped. Okay, now let us see the start time. It started at 5:29:59 and it ended at 5:36. So from 29:59 to 36, it is a duration of 10 seconds. So exactly for 10 seconds our test plan ran and then it stopped. Okay, so this is what we have done. So I'll just add the step here. So what we have done is we have gone to our thread group and we have made loop count as forever. So inside our thread group, make loop count as forever, and then step 2, what we have done is we have selected the scheduler checkbox. So select scheduler checkbox, and then step 3 that we did was add duration in seconds. Okay, add duration which is in seconds. So this is how we can run a test for a specific duration. Okay, let us now see how to run performance test sequentially. Okay, so let me just add my steps here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this thread group and I'm going to paste it again in the same test plan, and let me make this thread group as thread group 1, this HTTP request as HTTP request 1, and the other thread group as thread group 2, and the request inside this thread group I will make as request 2. Okay, we can also add some other web page or website here, so let me just go to some other web page for now, and I will just add this path here. Okay, so now we have different request as well. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to run the performance test sequentially. What does this mean is I will start with thread group 1, and thread group 2 should only start after thread group 1 has completed. Okay, so for that what I can do is I'm not changing the earlier parameters. I am keeping it for 10 seconds, and thread group 2 is also running for 10 seconds, but thread group 2 should start after the first one has got completed. So for that what I'm going to do is I will go to test plan, and you see this option run thread groups consecutively. I'll just check this. So I will go to test plan and select run thread groups consecutively. Okay, and now I'll clear the earlier results and run it again. Okay, so you can see as of now HTTP request 1 is getting executed for the first 10 seconds, and only after 10 seconds we will get HTTP request 2 getting executed. Okay, so now we can see request 2 has started only after 10 seconds. Okay, let us look at it in more details. I am going to view results in table, and here I can see exactly what is happening. So the start time you can see it is 33:54, and we have only thread group 1 getting executed until the first 10 seconds, which is around uh, 34 2 seconds. So the first 10 seconds only thread group 1 was getting executed, and then after that we started thread group 2, and it again ran for the 10 seconds, and so the total duration was 20 seconds, and the execution was sequential. Okay, so this is how we can run our performance test sequentially in JMeter. Okay, let us look at our third topic, how to add websites sequentially to a performance test. Okay, so let me add a step here. Now let us also understand what is the need of this particular application of adding any website, or in that case any application sequentially to a performance test. What we are going to do here is we will start our performance test with one thread group which will have some web application, and then after some time we will add another application, and it is not sequential in the way that the first thread will stop and then second will start, but the thread will keep on executing, and we will keep on adding other threads. So it is kind of sequential addition. Okay, and the reason we have to do it is there are multiple applications where you will need to check the load on the server or the server farm, where websites or users are getting sequentially added. Okay, so let us see what we can do here is I'm clearing all my earlier results. Okay, I'll go to test plan and I will clear this option run thread groups consecutively, so I do not need this now. I will go to my first thread group, and here I will say duration is 20 seconds. Okay, and in my thread group 2 I will say duration is 10 seconds, but startup delay is also for 10 seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, what I'm trying to tell the tool is start the performance test with thread group 1 and run it for an entire duration of 20 seconds, and 20 seconds is the complete duration of my test. but thread group 2 should start after a delay of 10 seconds and should run for the remaining duration, which is 10 seconds. Okay, let us start our test and let us see how does it respond. So it has started with the first HTTP request, and for the first 10 seconds we are only getting HTTP request 1, and now after 10 seconds we are getting a mix of HTTP request 1 and 2. Let us look into more details in the table listener, and yes, here we can see that the test started at around 3716, and until the time of first 10 seconds we only had thread group 1 or HTTP request 1 getting executed, and after 10 seconds we had added the second web application, and now both thread group 1 which has application 1 and thread group 2 which has web application 2 are getting executed for the last 10 seconds of our testing. Okay, so what exactly we have to do here is add duration, which will be the max time of your test case, to first thread group. Okay, and then to all consecutive thread groups add delay, and then we also have to add duration, which will be max minus delay. Okay, so for example, I have started my execution and I want to run my test case for 30 seconds. So for the first thread I will add the duration which is equal to max, which is 30 seconds. For the second one, what I will do is I will add a delay of 10 seconds. Okay, and then I will add a duration which is equal to max minus delay, so it is equal to 30 minus 10, which is equal to 20 seconds. Okay, so this is the delay and this is the duration. So suppose I also have a group third thread group, and I want to add a delay of 20 seconds. So the duration will be 30 minus 20, which is equal to 10 seconds. So see, what is happening here is we are running our test case for 30 seconds. For the first 10 seconds only one application is running. After 10 seconds a second application is added, and after 20 seconds the third application is added, and for the last 10 seconds we have all the three applications running. Okay, so this is how we can create a test plan where we sequentially add our applications. Okay, so this is how we do all this practical implementation of performance testing in JMeter. Hope you like it. Thank you.